Hello and Assalamualaikum. I am Nuraini Ali binti Imran. Would be presenting a simplified presentation about an article from Biogeoscience titled on Iron Ocean Fertilization Experiment, Past, Present and Future Looking to a Korean Iron Fertilization Experiment at Southern Ocean Project. Since the Industrial Revolution, human activities have increased the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, leading to global warming and ocean acidification. Based on the article, one proposed solution is ocean ion fertilization, which enhances the carbon sequestration by stimulating plankton growth in the ocean in the iron-limited ocean areas. While some experiments show increased plankton growth, others found no significant carbon exports. Debates continue regarding the effectiveness and environmental impacts of OIF. Iron fertilization refers to the artificial addition of iron to the ocean, particularly in high nutrient, low chlorophyll regions, with the goal of stimulating phytoplankton growth and enhancing the biological pump to sequester more carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. This is based on the iron hypothesis proposed by John Martin in 1990, which suggests that increased iron input during the last glacial maximum relieve iron limitation in the ocean and substantially enhance the biological pump, leading to lower atmospheric CO2 levels. As for how Martin came to this finding, the article states that Martin 1990 hypothesized that during the LGM, increased dust input relieve iron limitation and thereby substantially enhance the biological pump in high nutrient low chlorophyll region, particularly in the Southern Ocean. This hypothesis was based on the correlation between increased dust input and lower atmospheric CO2 level during glacial periods. The main objective of the ocean iron fertilization experiments discussed is to test Martin's iron hypothesis by artificially adding iron to high nutrient low chlorophyll regions and observing the resulting changes in phytoplankton productivity, carbon export and other biogeochemical responses. To test Martin's hypothesis, 6 natural OIF and 13 artificial OIF experiments have been performed to date in high nutrient low chlorophyll regions. Specifically, the article mentioned the following high nutrient low chlorophyll regions that have been the focus area of ocean iron fertilization experiments, which are the Southern Ocean, Subarctic Pacific, Equatorial Pacific and North Atlantic. The interest in these high nutrient low chlorophyll regions stem from the potential to stimulate phytoplankton growth and carbon sequestration through biological pump by adding the limiting nutrient, which is iron. If successful, this could serve as a potential method for mitigating atmospheric CO2 levels and addressing climate change concerns. As ocean iron fertilization can be understood as adding iron to a certain parts of the ocean, it can make tiny plants called phytoplankton grow a lot. These plants take in carbon dioxide from the air and nutrient from the water. When they grow, they use carbon dioxide through photosynthesis. However, the impact on net transfer of CO2 from atmosphere to deep ocean is not fully understood. Wide range of estimates for atmospheric CO2 drawdown from large-scale and long-term ocean iron fertilization based on model stimulation. According to the article, a total of 13 artificial ocean iron fertilization and 6 natural ocean iron fertilization experiments have been conducted so far to study the ocean iron fertilization in this field. The key limitation that have been identified from the previous artificial OIF experiments include first, insufficient experimental periods to observe the full phases of biogeochemical responses from the onset to termination after iron addition. Second, potential micro or macronutrient limitations other than iron. Next is lack of export flux measurements in the deep oceans to assess the effectiveness of carbon sequestration. And lastly is insufficient experimental duration to fully capture the ecosystem response and potential side effects. The article focused more artificial ocean ion fertilization, and it indicated that the artificial OIF experiment have had mixed results. While they have demonstrated that primary production can be significantly enhanced by the artificial addition of iron, except for the Southern Ocean European iron fertilization experiment, no significant change in the effectiveness of artificial OIF. It also discusses possible negative side effects of artificial OIF, such as the production of climate-relevant gases like N2O, DMS, and HVOCs, declines in oxygen inventory, and the production of dominant acid. These processes can directly and indirectly modify the effectiveness of carbon sequestration with either positive or negative effects. Therefore, the experiments have not been universally successful in achieving their main aim of removing carbon from the atmosphere and increasing carbon sequestration. The outcomes have been inconsistent and highly uncertain, and the potential negative environmental consequences remain largely unresolved. Lastly is the improvement or solution for the future OIF experiment, which is the first is carefully consider the methods for ion addition, which is a future experiment should explore different modes of ion addition, such as multiple additions, to better observe the full phases of the biogeochemical responses. Second is improve trace methods and measurement parameters by emphasizes the need for a combination of multiple approaches to detect and quantify the particulate organic carbon flux produced in response to ion addition and its weight. This includes using neutrally buoyant sediment traps and particle profiling systems and autonomous carbon explorers. Next is carefully select the location, timing, and duration of the experiment. Because future experiment should consider the location, timing, and duration to maximize the effectiveness of artificial ocean ion fertilization, and adhere to international artificial OIF regulations. Last but not least is utilize the lesson learned from previous experiments. The article emphasizes the importance of building on the results and understanding the uncertainties from previous artificial OIF experiments to improve the design and execution of future experiments. That's all. Thank you.